everybody, and welcome to the Fandom Flux Podcast, episode 129. Everybody's here except Guy, because Guy's on holiday, apparently. Yay for Guy. I forget where he's going.
On holiday, dun 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 dun.
I can't remember where he was going either, actually.
Dun dun dun.
Or if he even said.
Won't be able to make it. Going on holiday for a fortnight on Friday.
Ah, okay.
He hasn't actually gone yet, asshole.
You British people in your fortnight.
So what if you need to pack? You could be on a podcast. Douche.
That's a lot of time to devote to a podcast, though, when you're packing. For, I assume, a lot of packing.
What's he gonna pack? Like mortars?
Maybe. This is Guy we're talking about.
I would be surprised if he didn't, actually.
I mean, you got to be really careful with your packing so that you can get probably surface-to-air missile through customs. I imagine.
It's like the Resident Evil 4 packing system. You just gotta fit things in like Tetris.
Yeah. Also, you got to work on your neutral face, so it's really, really good. Scratch that. Not your neutral face. In an airport, you want to have your, "Oh, this is so annoying. Can we just get on with this, please?" face. That's the one you want.
Or you could be like a kid going to the airport for the first time. Oh my goodness, is this where the planes come from? Do the giant birds from the sky leave here? Stuff like that. They'll think you're insane, but they won't think you're too terribly dangerous.
If you're coming from America, they'll still stop you for that if they think you're insane.
Giant bird from the sky is what Zero said. Giant bird from the sky.
So,
as opposed to what, Zero? Giant birds from the earth?
Well, technically, they come from eggs.
Have you never heard of emperor penguins, Kenshi?
You can emperor penguin these nuts. How's that? Yeah.
That makes no sense.
No.
Emperor penguin these nuts. That sounds like I would be ruling over them with fish in each hand or something. I don't know. Or each flipper.
That sounds like a fantastic Saturday night.
Probably good. So, proper introductions. Zero's here.
Hi, everybody. How you doing?
Slice is here.
Hello.
And it's his birthday, so everybody make fun of him.
Ha ha! You're
Yeah.
older.
I am, yes.
I'm gonna
24.
I'm gonna start calling you Papa Slice legit now because Zero said it and I thought it was funny, so I'm gonna start calling you that.
It is kind of clever, I'll admit.
And Kenshi, obviously, is here.
Hi, I'm Kenshi618, and god damn it, my right hand really hurts right now.
What did you do?
Guess.
I broke it.
Well, yeah, I assumed that. I assume it's a self-injury of some kind, but specifically what happened?
You're damn right it's self-inflicted. I was trying this move called the shooting star press, and it did not go well. Well, it went kind of well. I finished the flip, but my hand paid the ultimate price for my hubris.
But was it awesome, though?
It was awesome.
It made an
Well, there you
awesome
go.
crunching sound when he landed. But, you know.
Actually, no one else knew it was broken until I left because I broke in my hands so many times. At this point, I just don't give a fuck anymore. Just the second I landed, I was like, "Oh, it's broken. Whatever. I'm here for 2 more hours."
Were you there for 2 more
really
hours, or
doesn't
did you, leave?
I was there for 2 more hours. Still
Okay.
wrestling, because fuck it. Why not? What am I going to do? Go to the hospital? Ooh.
Well, no, but, tape it up, stop using it for
I
a little
did.
while.
Oh, I did. I taped it up,
Oh, okay.
and that was it.
All right, so since Ken's already leading us off, so what are we doing, Ken? What have you been doing?
Let's see. Aside from idiotically shouting my hand doing something I had no business trying, put out a chapter of Better Left Unsaid yesterday with a broken freaking hand. Screw you, world. Let's see. I'm starting my 8-day stretch at work yesterday.
8 days?
8 straight days. Yep. It's gonna be fun on a bun. And I mean not really. Because fuck, I hate doing that.
Overtime pay?
Yes. But I'd rather have free time than overtime.
Yeah, I can see the dilemma.
I mean, I don't really need money right now, seeing as how I'm not getting this house anytime soon. Thanks, credit. So I'd rather have free time to work on my hobbies and various and sundry interests. Also to heal, because my job is to type, and that's not easy on your hand when it's broken. Then again, I'd be typing for the funsies even if I wasn't at work. So, yeah.
Also true.
Let's see, what else am I doing? Oh yeah, there's a crack in the windshield of my car, and I'm really pissed about it.
Wow.
I have no idea where it came from.
I know that can happen sometimes from just like a rock gets kicked up by a car.
But it was like in the drive, like it wasn't driving, and I just noticed it when I came in from a parking lot or something. It was at home, and the windshield of my car is facing away from the street, so I don't know where it came from. All I know is I'm really mad about it because I got to replace the windshield now.
Do you have to actually replace the windshield?
Apparently it's something else, even so much as taps it, according to my dad. Like if a rock hits it again when I'm going down the road, it'll break. So
that's not how windshields work, but okay.
I'm aware he might be exaggerating, but I don't know enough about windshields to dispute him.
They're like that. I don't know what the glass is called, but it fractures instead of shatters. It doesn't do that.
Well, fantastic. That means I can procrastinate and put it off for a little while.
Pretty much. You can keep it that way forever as long as it doesn't hurt your visibility.
Okay, yeah. Well, I imagine
What do you have to say about how stupid?
I imagine at some point you'd want to sell that car, at which point I don't know whether you'd have to fix it then or not.
It's a used piece of crap.
Yeah, there's a
probably
point where that doesn't.
Okay. Anything else, Kenchwa?
Not really. I plan on getting Uncharted when it comes out, because yay, Nathan Drake. I need to play his last game. What's allegedly his last game.
Out of obligation, or do you actually enjoy it?
I actually enjoy Uncharted.
Ah, alright.
It's scenery porn.
Pretty much. I can't think of much else that's redeemable about it. Especially Nathan Drake.
Well, just because he's like every cliche action hero rolled into one suave package.
Including being voiced by Nolan North, yes.
Nothing wrong with that.
No, don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with Nolan North. He's a good voice actor when he's allowed to be a voice actor and not just do the same voice all of the time. That'd be great. Anyway.
Yeah, whatever, Laura Bailey, man.
She does different voices. Anyway, Kenchwa's still going. Uncharted, you are getting that? Yay, Uncharted, I guess.
No, I'm pretty much done. I'm good.
Oh. Okay. 0. You weren't here last week, so go.
Yeah. So I got Dark Souls 3, and I beat it. I'm on my second playthrough right now. So I didn't listen to the last podcast. I don't know what you guys thought of it. So I'll just give my thoughts, my impressions, try to be as spoiler-free as possible. I like it. Obviously, it is a different experience, but there's a lot of convenience features to it. I really enjoy the gameplay. It's still the same Souls gameplay, but they've changed some things. Like the roll is better, and like backstabs are better, but not as broken as in DS1. Overall, it feels like just a really better optimized game. I found my favorite weapons probably. The Goddard twin swords are amazing. I love them so much. I want to use them forever now because they are so fantastic. Because they're twin swords. I was using the S stock for the longest time because I started with that as an assassin class, and I realized quickly that the S stock is broken.
Oh yeah.
You just stab and stab and stab and stab, and that kills everything and everyone in PvP. And it feels so dirty. Because it's just stun lock, yeah.
I can't remember if I've mentioned it, but the hitbox hits like either the exact second your attack animation starts or like before it. It's crazy.
And also, poise just doesn't matter to an S stock at all.
It doesn't matter anyway, but yeah.
Yeah, it matters even less. I've broken so many shields with just the S stock just by spamming R1, and I feel grimy and I don't want to use it. So I'm glad I got the Goddard twin swords.
Feels like everyone is suddenly realizing, hey, Rapiers are awesome weapons. And I've been on that page for like 2 years now, so...
Dude, I used rapiers in DS2. I used Ricard's rapier as well as just, a regular rapier as well.
So, good job everybody on catching up with me, Scrubs.
I hate rapiers. No, I don't care what any of you say. I still hate them. I still hate stab-only weapons. I need to swing.
But
the problem was that people knew they were good. It's that they were boring and that they only hit one person.
Yeah, I like the weapon arts they've included now. They are super flashy, and I love them. They are pointlessly flashy, but they're fantastic. Like,
do you ever actually use it?
Oh yeah, with the twin swords, I get like a spin that combos into my strong attack, so I just do a ton of damage in an instant.
Ah, okay. I use I prefer long swords, and I use the weapon arts all the time, actually.
So, it does a lot of damage for a lot of these weapon arts. They're a really nice addition. I really like them. As far as the bosses go, like, I don't think you can never beat having a skeleton made out of skeletons in terms of coolness, but they try really hard. There are some really cool bosses in that game, and some really lame ones that are kind of super, really lame. But that's to be expected.
Who's really lame? Who's really lame, Zero?
There's one boss which is literally just a bunch of enemies, regular enemies, and that happened in DS2 as well.
And in 1.
And in 1, yeah.
Do you mean the Deacons or the Pharaon Knights?
The Deacons.
Oh, okay. That one's okay. I mean, eh.
The Abyss Watchers one is fun, though, at least. I found that one a lot more fun.
I found it cheap, but yeah.
Well, compared to the Deacons, it's more fun.
Yeah, fair enough. The Deacons have too much health to make it fun.
Yeah. I mean, it does feel... Did it feel to you that it was a bit easier than some of the other games?
Yes.
It's like, yeah. Like, it's not as hard as... it's better than DS2. Because, the difficulty that comes is a bit more fair. But, It's still easier than DS1, definitely.
I think the lack of hollowing helps in that. Because the whole hollowing thing really did push you to, I don't want to die, I don't want to die, I don't want to die, please don't kill me, please don't kill me, I don't want to die. In this one, it's like, I don't care, it's not going to change anything if I die. Like, if you're not like, embered, which is what I'm going to call it. They have a stupid title for it, I'm not using that. If you're not embered, then...
Kindled or something.
Sure, whatever. You don't care, because you're not going to lose anything anymore. You lose something once, and then that's it. It doesn't matter anymore.
What are you talking about? In DS1, there was no downsides to dying aside from that you couldn't summon people. In this, you lose health, you can't summon.
Did you not lose health in the first one?
No.
That was DS2.
Was it?
Yeah.
And even then, I feel like that was kind of a arbitrary difficulty thing. It was the game being a dick.
Fair enough. Apparently that's my memory being a bit revisionist, so that's fine. I guess I actually like that bit then, about DS2.
But, yeah, I had a lot of fun with the game. I had a lot of fun with PvP. Mad Phantoms are fantastic. If you become a Mad Phantom and you get summoned, or if you're an invader and you choose to go invade, you always end up in a place with a player that has Phantoms already summoned, which I actually really enjoy because it means that there's more challenge when you do so.
Not always. It's happened.
What do you mean by that?
Someone's invaded me, and they were a Mad Phantom because they were purple, and I didn't have anyone summoned. So
you're more likely to join Fuller Worlds. It's not a guarantee.
Okay.
Yeah. So oftentimes, I've had times where I actually ended up joining a fight club, and I was going mano-a-mano against the guy. It was pretty awesome. As well as there's a really nice covenant, which is an Aldrich's covenant, where you basically are defending a place, and it is really fun. I could never get the Watch Dogs of Farron one to work, which made me a bit sad.
Okay. I was gonna say that sounds like the Watch Dogs, but if there's more than
but
one,
this one's better because it happens in a better place, a better location, I'd say all around. So plus the Aldrich Covenant, you know where that happens, right, Slicer?
I don't believe so, actually.
Happens in the place with the Silver Knights.
Oh, okay, that makes more sense. Yes, I haven't found where to join it, but yeah, that does sound better.
Yeah, you have to hit an illusory wall. Inside like the main building area. And then you have to, and then if you fight like these two monsters down there, you get like a Ring of Favor and everything. It's real nice. I really like the callbacks to Dark Souls 1, and even some of the callbacks to Dark Souls 2 are pretty good. I got Solaire's armor set. I'm not going to tell you how to get that, but I got it, and it was fantastic. And I was just being a Sunbro for a long time. So overall, it's a fun game. I enjoyed the PvP because I get into massive sessions with a lot of people, and I'll have like Phantoms on my side, they'll have Phantoms on their side, and it becomes just an all-out brawl. And overall, I enjoyed it. So that's my opinion. Second thing that happened, this is a bit of a funny story. So I'm in class just the other day, actually, and it's raining really, really hard. Like, we are hearing it thundering and storming. And, in California, we're in a drought, so rain's good, but come on. It was raining really, really hard. And I had to run, like, about 2 blocks to get to where my car was parked. I didn't have a jacket or an umbrella. So I did that. I ran all the way through the rain, took off my glasses I was wearing because I didn't want to lose sight of where I'm going, which was still difficult to keep sight of where I'm going even without the glasses. And I get to my car, and I am soaking wet, just drenched head to toe. And I'm thinking, I can't drive home in an hour in soaking wet clothes. I have to do something, at least keep my chest warm so I don't get sick or anything. So I throw my backpack in my trunk, and I find my leather jacket. So I had an idea. So in the parking lot, in the parking structure, I took off my wet shirt, threw it in the trunk of my car, and then put on my leather jacket. But the leather jacket's zipper was broken, so I couldn't zip it up all the way. So I ended up driving home with my leather jacket wide open with my cross around my neck, and I felt like a fatter Chris Angel. And I had to...
I thought I dropped the call or something, but no, I think he
Nope.
just...
Zero?
I think it lagged a lot. You guys hear what I was saying?
Yes.
You cut out pretty hard for a while.
Yeah.
Okay. So...
Fatter Chris Angel is where we got to.
Yeah. And I had to drive home, and I drive into my neighborhood, and there's kids out playing in the street. So I'm just so I undo my seatbelt. I'm just holding my jacket closed with one arm and just slowly trying to drive back to my house. And yeah, that's how I didn't get sick.
Those kids weren't looking at you. Why does everyone think everyone's always looking at their car? No one gives
because I knew them.
So I just feel like, hey, it's Zero or whatever the fuck kids call you. I don't know what they call you.
One of them was my brother's friend, and he's just like, he looks at me, and I'm like, I know he's gonna. I'm like, I see him up ahead. I know he's gonna look at me, so I just close my jacket and just like nod, and then just keep on driving. So,
would it really have been so bad?
Well, I don't want to be questioned for that later on. I was also very scared.
I would have owned it. I would have been like,
I'm driving without a shirt. Like, how do you really explain that? So, yeah, that was my fun adventure, I guess. I was really scared a police officer was going to pull me over, so I had made sure not to speed or do anything wrong.
for what? Not wearing a shirt?
It felt so wrong.
That's not how it's not a crime.
No. I meant pulling me over for, like, if I sped or anything. Because then I would be in a very awkward situation with a police officer.
Okay, sure.
So, yeah. Going shirtless with my leather jacket on. Yeah, it's kind of an odd experience. Other than that, I've not been necessarily doing much. I put a long time into Dark Souls. I started playing Transistor now because I bought it a while ago. I never actually started playing it. Transistor is good. I enjoy it a lot.
It's okay.
Yeah, I like what they do for their battle system. It's pretty fun to try to work with. And the limiters that make the game harder but give me more experience that I keep putting on the second I get them. So, I enjoy it. That's it for my week.
Okay, I need to remember what all the links were. I got Transistor and Shooting Star Press. That's about it. Dark Souls? No, we can skip Dark Souls. That's not important. We got videos on Dark Souls if you want to watch Dark Souls. Alright, I guess I'll go next because I just booked my tickets to see Captain America Civil War tomorrow. Well, yesterday, as far as this release is concerned. So, yay. That's, I get to sit right in the middle of the theater and I can go watch it right after work. So that's nice. Yay. As far as I'm aware, you fuckers don't get to see it until next week.
Yeah, I don't give a shit because I'm not going to talk to you again until like next week probably, so.
It's true. So, okay. I
I'm
hope
gonna
that's a good
see
film.
it soon.
I hope that's a good film.
Of course it's going to be a good film. Like, Marvel, it's going to be better than anything. It's going to be better than fucking Batman, Superman, so.
Well, I didn't
It's
see
Marvel.
that one, so I haven't had my hopes dashed. So.
Well, Marvel's usually usually reliable with their content, so...
They tend to be, yes. There are outliers.
Like,
Thor
what did
2?
you not like? I mean, I didn't even really like Thor 1, so...
Thor 1 was passable. Thor 2 was not.
Nah. Thor 2 was kind of a nothing movie, all things considered. Nothing really happened other than like one thing involving Loki.
Which happened like right at the end. Like
Yeah.
literally it's the last scene. So it's a lot of build up for that one scene. So whatever. I hope it's good. It should be good, right? Right. Really good. Okay. So I'll give my thoughts on that without spoilers next week. Because I don't want to fuck over everybody. Even though the internet's going to do that for you. You know it as well as I do, audience. Other than that... Oh, God. Oh, I'll start with this. So, work is getting progressively shittier. They basically fired the manager and supervisor. In nicer terms, and they're still getting paid for the next 2 months or so while the shop's still closing, but they're out of the picture.
Lucky them.
Which leaves me, who has worked there for a year, my co-worker, lady, who has worked there for a year, and the guy who was the supervisor for the other shop that they closed 6 months ago, and has a vague idea of some of the things that we do at our shop. So... basically, they got rid of the people that knew what they were doing and left behind all the people that didn't know what they were doing.
Well, now when they close the place down, it's going to make a lot more sense.
See, you say that, we're pretty sure that's basically the plan for the entire thing, is they're making it make sense that it should need to close down, is the entire plan from start to finish. So,
I suppose you could pull a movie plot and just like be awesome and keep things going somehow, but
yeah, not when they're asking us to sell all of our stuff below cost. That's not really a possibility.
But and it's movie logic, so you can just do stuff on the side, like hire prostitutes and stuff to help work for you and other things. You could have a wacky car wash scene. I don't know, whatever it is you British people do in movies.
90% of our customers are old people. I don't want to be part of that movie that you're proposing.
But someone does.
They can have fun with it. Don't make me a part of it. Yeah, so...
I didn't say you had to be the prostitute.
No, you didn't, but I would have to be there, and I don't want to be there. I don't want to see that. I don't want to know about that. No.
he doesn't want to be involved in any way, basically.
No. So yeah, that sucks, but, you know, whatever. I farted on a homeless person yesterday.
Wow.
I don't know whether to think you're a horrible person or think you're awesome for this. So I'll let you tell the story.
So, you know, every, like, I don't know, 6 months or so, you forget that you hate McDonald's and that it's terrible?
Yes.
Yep. So I did that, and I visited McDonald's, and I was like, okay, I'm going to eat a lot of food. And I ate a lot of food. And naturally, as soon as you finish eating a lot of food at McDonald's, you regret eating a lot of food at McDonald's. You regret eating any food at McDonald's. So I'm walking to the bus station, and there is always... I've mentioned him before in another story. I don't know whether it was on the podcast, but there is always a homeless guy that sits just on the road, just up from the bus station. He has been known to have an iPhone for some reason, which is a little suspect on a homeless person, but whatever. Yeah, so I'm walking past him, and he asked me for change, and without meaning to in any way, shape, or form, it just kind of happened. It was like the loudest zipper ever to be heard.
Jesus
That's
Christ.
the sound it made.
I guess you gave him some change.
That's
Stay classy, San Diego.
So that happened, and I'm not particularly proud of it, but he didn't ask me for change today, so I don't know, maybe that's a plus.
I guess it's one way to get him to stop.
I don't know how I feel about this. Like, why did it happen at that exact moment? Did he startle you?
No.
Did, like...
And like I say, he's always there. I knew he was there, and then it just sort of happened at that exact moment in time.
Well, you know what? If it just happened, just be grateful that things weren't much worse. You could have totally sharded, and that would have just made the whole day.
Yeah. That's a good point.
That's
just brown
Kenji
leaking down your
knows.
pants.
It's the worst thing.
That is
So when I start doing the highlight videos, that's going to be one of them. So yay. We can do with finding someone that can actually animate those, or do like stick figure drawings as dramatizations.
What if my head is just the number 0, so it's just an oval?
Well, if it's a stick figure, it would be.
Yeah, I know, right? There we go, perfect.
Yeah, so that happened. What else did happen? I am still chewing my way through Dragon Age Inquisition. Still. It's okay. I think I'm on the back half of it now.
Are you sure?
No, but I think so. That game is long.
Are you having fun with it, though?
It's like a completionist nightmare. It's like... I mean, I played the Old Republic, but I didn't play it as a completionist because it's an MMO, and you do not play those as a completionist.
No.
But Dragon Age Inquisition is not an MMO, but it's very, very like one. So it kind of sneaks up on you in that sense.
But now that you know about this, shouldn't you just give up on that completionist aspect?
But I tried. Now I can't stop because stopping would be quitting. It'd be giving up. Slicer, I can't give up on this.
You actually can.
I
It's
gave
super
up on
easy.
the Dark Souls 2 Champions run. I gave up. I can't give up again, Slicer. Can't do it.
But you totally can, though. It's super easy.
I can't.
Really easy.
Here's how you give up. Walk away. Go do something else. Move on with your life.
So yeah, I've been chewing through that. I have a few areas left, I think. So that's fine, and the DLC, and the other DLC, and the other DLC. But that's fine. That's fine. I'll get through it eventually. It's fine. And I've been playing Dark Souls in fits and starts when I get free moments and when I feel weakness and decide, fuck the Let's Play, I want to play some goddamn Dark Souls, son of a bitch! Basically, is my feelings on it. So, there will be moments in the Let's Play in future where things sort of skip ahead a little bit, for reasons. Just a little bit. I probably won't, like, jump forward and do bosses or anything like that, but it's fine. Right?
You should have just made a second character.
I did. And then the second character got further than the first character.
So that's the one you're using now?
You should have spent some time doing some PvP.
I did.
It's fun.
Bear in mind, it's been like 3 weeks since the game came out, and I have wanted to play it constantly since it came out, and I have been able to play like 6 hours in total.
Man,
Yeah.
the mound makers are so hard to join. I'm pretty sure you guys might have already missed them, unless you guys were following a guide.
Slicer guided me through it.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Because I completely like missed that my first run through the game.
Not that I'm actually going to do anything with them because they don't have anything good for me. So.
No, it was just to have the option to come back to it.
Yeah.
So if we ever do
No, but
want to in the future for like some souls or something. Then...
Mad Phantoms are great because when you get summoned to get your reward, you don't have to kill the host necessarily. You can just kill phantoms and then you're good.
Yeah, but it's worth a lot less souls doing it that way and takes a lot longer.
Yeah, you just murder the host.
I have fun trying to make them be stupid and fall down holes, which happens a lot, by the way.
Okay.
Yeah, one person tried to do a jump attack down on me and basically almost killed himself, and I finished him off with like one attack. It was great.
Anyway, enough about Dark Souls, even though I brought it up. What else have I doing? I'm sure there was something else. I was reading a bunch. I've been reading a bunch, so I have recommendations again, so that's nice.
Ooh.
What are you going to say, Ken?
Ooh, lucky. That's what you haven't been doing. Playing Rocket League. That's what you sure as hell haven't been doing.
Yeah, it'd be great if someone were to install Rocket League on their computer.
I will. Do you want me to start downloading Steam again now?
Notice how his tirade against me slowed down to a crawl all of a sudden.
Rocket League just released their free update of Hoops. And it's hoop-tastic.
Okay, soccer I can kind of get behind. Basketball...
How?
It's really hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Being good at flying helps, but almost no one's good at flying.
Oh, well. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it, elsewise. Yeah. So, moving on to Slicer, I think. Is it
All right.
Slicer?
Yeah, I'm the last one, so yeah.
Yeah.
Played more Dark Souls 3, not going to talk about it. We've been talking about it for a while. I got Fable the Lost Chapters, because it was like $2.
Good game.
Turns out you need a controller, or you need a keyboard for that. You can't use a controller unless you use like Pinnacle or some shit. So probably never going to play that. That was a waste of money.
They did release the anniversary version that does let you use a controller.
Yeah. Wish I would have known that before. I also grabbed Middle-earth Shadow of Mordor because it was $12. I've been wanting to play that one for a while.
I did the same thing. I still haven't played it.
Yeah. The only reason I hadn't played it until now, I actually got it in like Monday or something. It's an enormous game. It's like 48 gigabytes.
That might be why I haven't played it yet. Now I think about it.
Yeah.
Like, if I was going to install a huge game, it would be Just Cause 3 before it was Middle-earth Shadow of Gollum cameos.
Yeah, I don't know how much I'll like it since I'm not into Lord of the Rings, but... Or rather, I haven't seen the movies. Eventually, at some point, apparently, a bunch of friends are going to get together and marathon everything. So, that'll be 21 hours that I won't get back.
Well, you know, they're still good films, and Shadow of Mordor has absolutely nothing to do with them, so you're going to be okay either way.
Alright, fair enough. I'm hoping the game is a good game no matter what. So, same kind of appeal.
The game is supposed to be a very good game, yes. Story is absolute bullshit, but, you know, good game.
It has to mold itself around the books and the movies and
That's
shit.
the thing. It doesn't. So...
Oh. Okay, then.
Yeah. No effort was made. They put in some cameos to please the audience, and that was about it.
Yeah, works for me. Aside from that, I've been kind of idly playing a bunch of other games that I've had in my free time. I've been trying to watch things, but I haven't really gotten into very far into many series. Mostly just the ones Zero's recommended as of late. And that's really it. It's been finals time, so I haven't had a lot of time to do anything but schoolwork.
Schoolwork. Reminds me, when's exams for everyone? Because I know Zero's going to be out of commission for a little bit because of finals.
May.
It depends on the class. Mine are ending within the next 1 or 2 weeks.
I got like 2 weeks or so.
Okay, cool. Because as I said before we started recording, and in the email that I sent to everyone that certain people ignored certain parts of...
You're so salty.
I'm planning for us to do a Flux Tracks next week, so, you know, we're going to figure out which one we're going to do. We have a list
Batman.
we could do Batman. There are other things on the list. We're going to see what people think, because no one actually said anything when I brought it up.
We're doing
before.
I didn't know you wanted us
Batman.
I didn't know you wanted us to pick of that list, but I mean, I'm okay with Batman Beyond.
Not
We already talked
necessarily
about
of
that
that list. I mean, it could be other things that people suggest, and we can put it on the list. That's the thing. It's a list of
Give
things
me the
we can
dumb
do.
Digimon the movie where they don't...
Zero cut out again for a second there, so...
Give me the dumb Digimon the movie where they don't know how to do proportions. Greymons the size of buildings and everything's crazy.
Digimon the movie is kind of fresh after TFS did the Abridgimon thing. Maybe
I love that, by the way.
It was pretty
It
great,
was, yeah.
but maybe give some time between that and us doing anything with it, is my thinking.
Yeah.
Because we would just rip off the jokes, is what we would do. We would spend the entire thing quoting jokes from Abridgimon, is what's going to happen.
I don't remember any of that, so I'd be fine. My memory is about the memory of a goldfish, so...
Okay. I feel like you would be reminded while watching, and you would jump in. So yeah, Ken is pushing pretty hard for Batman, so we might end up doing Batman.
Ain't no might have about it.
Shut up, Kenji. Was there anything else, Slicer, or were you finished?
Yeah, no, that's it.
Okay.
It's been a very quick week.
Yeah. Quickly. All right. I should probably link Abridgimon because why not?
I don't understand the people that were angry that was Abridgimon and not whatever it was, because it was on April 1st.
It was
so.
supposed to be Broly, and people have been bitching at them for years about it, which is why they did it. But yeah,
As they should. I don't understand the appeal of Broly, but whatever.
but
Broly is a big, super strong guy who's a legendary Super Saiyan, and he sounds like a surfer because his name's Broly.
well, that's the next film that they're gonna do. In fact, people are guessing that it's gonna be the next episode, 53, I think, and then it's gonna be Broly because it's supposed to happen between where it is now and the Cell games. So.
My favorite part about Broly is just one line from one of the games where he just shows up and his entrance thing is, "My power is rising, overflowing." And you're just like, okay, Broly. Okay, that's
Okay.
nice.
He said words. I thought he just said Kakarot.
No, he says like, that's like the one thing he says other than Kakarot. And me and my brother have made fun of that for years.
Okay. So Random A. So, did everyone watch the Random A for this week?
Sure did, Casey.
Thank you, Kenji.
Yeah, no, afraid not.
Okay, Slicer I'm going to assume has an excuse of some sort.
Not really. I just forgot about it.
Boom!
Like
Okay.
Zero, I read the email and I was more focused on making sure I was here for the main recording times, like Tuesday and Thursday, and yeah, I forgot to prepare.
Yeah. Okay. So, candidate for goddess. I wrote notes again.
With the bad.
It was not great. No.
I'd already seen this, so I knew about it already. So.
You'd already seen it. Why?
Yeah. Because it was on TV at one point in time.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Sci-fi.
There's a cat girl in it, I see.
Possibly. I didn't see one, but it wouldn't surprise me.
She's like apparently.
Yeah,
one of the
there is.
most-
She wasn't in the first episode.
Okay, so candidate for goddess. We get an introductory spiel of all of the planets are gone and have been destroyed or something by these evil enemies that are not specified as aliens or anything, but are just called the victim. They called the antagonist of the series Victim. I don't know what that's supposed to mean, but I assume it is supposed to mean something.
Well, this goes to show you shouldn't play the victim all the time.
Huh.
Lame.
Shut up, Zero. You didn't watch the goddamn show.
You're right, I didn't. I'm gonna make stupid comments anyways.
So apparently, humanity has one planet left, one colony left. I specifically call it colony for a reason. It is called Zion, and they are defending it with giant robots that they call goddesses, apparently. And they somehow collect candidates that can pilot the goddesses that have a very rare blood type or something. They collect these candidates from several galaxies of their one planet. Are you perhaps seeing the plot hole here?
Was this at least before the war? So they're just like surviving members of all these colonies, or
They apparently did a very, very quick and very effective evacuation, if that's the case. Because, like, in the same day, they are collecting people from other colonies to be candidates for this goddess crap and sending them to Zion, which is, in the scene, referred to as the last planet. So, someone was writing this show in their sleep.
okay.
Yeah. Also, the protagonist acts like he's 6 years old, which is like Naruto if Naruto acted like 4 years younger. It's not a fun thing to watch. His name is Zero, by the way.
Oh boy, he sounds like my kind of guy.
I think
Your
you
kind
two
of guy
would,
is an asshole.
He is. I think you two would get along.
Oh, this is horrible.
So, yeah, that guy is Spazzy McSpazzington, and then he, is an asshole and acts like he really, really needs his dose of Ritalin. Then they arrive at the Goddess Training Academy, which is like a space station or something. And there is a scene where a guy really wants to give Zero a haircut because it's a terrible haircut and he needs to clean up and such things. And then smash cut to the next scene where the protagonist is walking away complaining about his haircut when his hair is exactly the same.
What?
Yeah.
There's a good 30 seconds of a comedy routine of a guy menacing the protagonist with scissors, threatening to give him a haircut, and then the guy comes out of the room with, stupid asshole, give me a haircut, and his hair's exactly the same.
So it was actually, he did get a haircut, or the implication was there. It wasn't just that he...
Supposedly, he got a haircut. It's still the same, but yeah.
Huh.
I don't... This show... Continuity... Not there. It's not real. Wait, Kenshi, you said you saw this before. Is it not real? Is this all like... Wait, they mentioned Zion. Are they in the Matrix?
I didn't see the whole thing. I stopped watching it.
Gee, I wonder why.
Intelligent.
This sounds like such a fun, interesting show.
Why are they called victim? Why are the people coming from different colonies when they explicitly say they only have one planet? And how do you give someone a haircut if their hair doesn't change? So, I did not like the show.
I'm picking up on that. Yeah.
Also, it looks like it's from the 80s, so that's probably not helping much. The quality of the video is not actually great. So, it was hard to watch at once. It was from what?
It's from like 2000.
No. Oh, Kenshi's trying to have me on. It's funny, but it's not true. It's not from the 2000s. It's got to be from the 80s.
I'm really not.
10. You are such a joker.
Yes.
I'm going to look this up, and it's going to say it's from, like, 1983. And it's going to be one of the earliest examples of a mecha anime. That's what it's going to say. It's going to say that. It's going to say... It doesn't say that.
You wish it said that.
I'm sorry.
I hate the world. From 2000. It does not look like it's from 2000. Okay. We're going to forget that show ever existed. And we're going to move on to the next one. Okay? Okay.
Sounds good.
So, if Kenchwa could pull up a random number generator of 1 to 27, please. Thank you.
One moment, por favor. Okie dokie. Show yourself. 1 to 27, and we get 6.
6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is E. Uh-oh. Please don't be Evangelion. Please don't be Evangelion. Okay,
No, but you should totally behave, though.
Oh man, it's about to go down.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Elfin Lead is on here as well. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So that's 40 is the number. Ooh, an Ice Shield 21. Cool. So 140.
I don't like the mods. Do not like them odds. 16.
16. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. 16 is Elementhunters. Or Elementhunters. It's one word, so...
That sounds like the most generic, boring thing ever.
We'll find out. It was released in 2009, so it's fairly recent.
Yeah,
The synopsis says, in 2029, a large-scale ground sinkage occurred in the Mediterranean Sea. Chemical elements such as oxygen, carbon, gold, molybdenum, and cobalt
Just let it go.
disappeared from the Earth's crust. Suddenly, the human population was decreased by 90% in 60 years. Researchers found out that the disappeared elements were drained into a planet Nega-Earth, located in another dimension. To save the Earth, a special team called the Elementhunters is organized. All of the members are under 13 years old because young and flexible brains are needed to access Nega-Earth. Oh shit, we're watching a Digimon clone.
Saying is we're watching Ava, because that's the exact reason given. It's a lie, excuse, but that's the reason given for why children are piloting the Avas. I'm pretty satisfied with this. I won in small way.
So,
of course you are.
the cast consists of Asuna from Sword Art Online, apparently. A girl with surprisingly dark skin for an anime. That one guy from Digimon.
Ty?
Probably. And several other characters that no one will care about. Standard school teacher with glasses and white-haired, emotionless girl. This will be so generic it will hurt. But, okay.
You only have to watch one episode.
Yep, one episode is fine, and I can endure.
Oh wow, you weren't kidding. That looks a lot like Asuna. And that's more like Davis, and then we have dark-skinned glasses girl? Huh, that's odd.
Creative.
In fairness, you don't see that very often.
It's true. Oh, that's okay. It's crap. The purple-haired girl from Haruhi.
Never saw it, so I couldn't tell you.
Oh, well, she looks a lot like that character, only with brown skin and hair.
Okay.
Was this Elementhunters?
Yep. Well, Elementhunters. We're not quite, decided on that. I'm gonna call it Elementhunters.
So you
You're
got
just being a dick.
Elementhunters. What? Okay. So you got. Why are they wearing like not plug suits, but what are they wearing?
Because I won.
They're wearing blug suits, is what they're wearing.
Yeah, pretty much. I assume it's so they can survive the hostile environment, but it's totally just to cash in on that plug suit fan thing.
They even have their own orange-haired girl.
One episode, Zero.
One episode is fine. You only have to watch one episode, Zero.
Can I watch
Watch
half of one?
one
No.
episode of Elementhunters, okay?
Can I go watch My Hero Academia instead?
Stop.
You can watch both.
Can I just not watch this and then watch something like Kabanai
No.
of the Iron Fortress instead?
No.
Not
You
until
watch
you've watched your
one
Elementhunters, Zero. It's good for you.
Stop calling it that.
About what?
Okay, so
What
that's
you're
our
going to
thing.
do, though.
That's our thing
Yeah.
for next week. Not next week. That's our thing for 2 weeks from now. So, Zero, you have 2 weeks. Watch an episode of Elementhunters. Okay?
Stop calling it that.
Is it alright if I watch an
Okay.
episode today and then forget about it?
Sure.
Yeah, I
Awesome.
guess. I mean, it'll come back to you when we're talking about it, because that's generally what shit does, but...
Okay, cool. Then I'm going to put that off till tomorrow.
Of course he is. Color me surprised.
No, but do it today, though. I want you to suffer today. It'll be my birthday gift.
Okay, for you, Slicer. I'll decide to not watch this.
I hate you, Zero. You're a constant source of fury for me every single day. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So, topic. This... Oh, fuck's sake. Alright. The topic that we have today is the Zero wants to be a Smarty Pants topic. So, Zero, take us
boy.
away.
Alright, so I was going through one of my classes and we were talking about styles of narration. I was like, we could really break down some of the categories of narration in here. So I thought that'd be pretty fun. So first of all, this is narration. This is when you have normally from like a third person point of view, or you just have a narrator. Sometimes first, sometimes third. But here we go. First of all, I want to start with embedding, and that is Ken, stop, please. But embedding is nesting stories within it's stories within stories. So the story you are telling is something that is actually being told to somebody else as a story. So you have a definitive speaker who is telling that story, or otherwise you have just a bunch of stories within an overarching larger story. So that's one way to go about it. You guys got anything to say about stories within stories?
I'm glad you stopped and didn't just rattle off all of them at once before we could even talk about them. So this one was... I got a little bit distracted because Ken did a fantastic impression of you in the chat. So this one is basically someone is telling the story. A person is the narrator, and they are telling the story. And they are not necessarily a part of the actual story going on. It's just a case of there is someone, a very specific person, that has a perspective on events and is telling the story, yes?
Mm-hmm. Essentially.
Okay. So that would include both, like, if it's a first-person story, then that would also be that, yes?
Yeah.
Okay.
Assuming that it is the first-person telling the story after it already happened.
Right, so a present tense first-person story would not be this.
No.
No, okay.
Then the next one is reliability. So this is when you have a narrator that is not necessarily reliable. So for instance, when a child narrates, the reader is usually meant to understand the world the child inhabits better than the child does. Is the example given, in the class at least. So you may have a reliable or unreliable narrator, and that's one way of narration. So, you guys' thoughts?
Okay, these aren't different types of narration. These are different...
They're categories!
They're not categories. They're criteria that have varying levels of effects on narration. So you can have a very reliable narrator or an unreliable narrator. That is a thing on its own. We've talked about it before, actually. Mm-hmm. That is not a category of narration, is reliability. That is not a category.
Well, maybe you should tell that to Robert Dale Parker from 3rd edition New York Oxford University Press.
You got an email address? Because he's using the word category wrong.
Or rather, that's what published this group. He also, there was also mentioned was focalization, and focalization is when you have, a narrator who may look or think through the mind of a character while nonetheless speaking in his or her own voice. So the narrator is the focalizer and the character is the focalized.
Okay, so basically what the narrator is focusing on as far as the events of the story is concerned, yes?
Yeah. So
again, criteria, not category. I'm going to stop picking on this now, but all of these things that you're mentioning could be topics of their own. So
yeah,
I'm absolutely happy to add these as separate topics. They are not one giant topic that we could just throw down.
Yeah, but at least I'm going to lay these out so we can get them over the coming.
Yeah, absolutely. That's absolutely a thing we can do. Okay, so focalization, what the narrator is focusing on in moment to moment in the story, and what they in particular focus on. Yep.
They can look through the mind of a character while speaking in their own voice, rather. Mm. So you have a distinction between the character and the narrator, but the character is following but the narrator is following the character.
Mm.
So there's that to take into consideration. The last one, yeah, you're right. The word categories is wrong for this.
I told you.
Yeah, I was just like, yeah, it's categories, I guess, because I didn't remember the word criteria pretty well.
I still think that's the wrong word as well, but
yeah,
it's that I can come up with.
Aspects, I guess.
Yeah, that's the word. That's absolutely the word, Zero. Well done. You solved the problem
Okay.
of your shitty class that told you the wrong thing. It's aspects of narration that need to be considered while you're writing. Yes.
Ask
All
if you
right.
can get it.
Well,
My
Slicer cut out there for a second.
And the last aspect of narration that we'll probably discuss more is direct, indirect, and free indirect discourse. These are ways of writing narration, specifically. So for direct discourse would be, he said, I love her. It's direct. You're telling exactly what happened. Indirect discourse would be, he thought that he loved her. And then free indirect discourse would be, he was walking down the street thinking he loved her. He really did. This time he was sure. He crossed the street, lost in his thoughts. So there's a ambiguity between the narrator and the character as to which one's actually speaking it. And I tend to write in free indirect discourse, where I'm writing from a narrator's point of view is third person, but I tend to write the narration as if the character's doing it without specifically going into the character.
Okay, before we make that last one a topic, that wasn't a particularly good distinction between the three different categories.
Yeah. Okay.
The three
Direct
different
discourse
styles
is
there, because the first one was just dialogue.
yeah. The first, direct discourse is it is direct. This is exactly what's happening. Indirect discourse is you're kind of slipping into the character's thoughts, and the character's thoughts are slipping into the narration. Free indirect discourse is the narration might as well be the character's thoughts at some points, but it's still narration.
Right. Okay. Fair enough.
he-
That makes some amount of sense. Yes, absolutely. Okay.
So, yeah, we went over that.
And
And
I
I was
also
like-
stand by, this is all incredibly fancy terminology for things that we've already talked about in a lot simpler terms to make it easier to understand.
I just want to bring in the fancy literature professor's point of view, because that's what the fancy literature professor says that we should be studying for reading short stories. And I'm like, okay, fancy literature professor, I already know all this.
For reading them, I suppose, yes, if you want to be a book critic on the New York Times, I suppose that would be the kind of language that you would need to use. Can't really think of anywhere else it would be required outside of possibly academia, but sure, yes, okay.
I stand by the comment I wrote at the bottom of this chat. I stand by it.
Oh hi, I'm Zero. I like art and fine wine and can talk about and prose in literature. Is what he wrote.
I take offense to that. But I wanted to discuss this. And,
Oh, sorry, I got the dialect wrong. Oh, hi, I'm Zero. I like art and fine wine and can talk about prose in literature.
No, it's like, oh, I'm Zero. I like art and fine wine and can talk about prose and literature.
Is he trying to be me? Is that what's going on here? Is he trying to be me?
No. That's
he's trying to
the
be
impression I'm
fancy.
getting from the message. That's the fancy thing he's trying to do.
That I don't know if you picked up on this yet, but when Americans default to a fancy voice, it's always British. So it wasn't you. It was just rich guy British.
Alright then.
That's what he was
Wait for it.
going for.
Oh god, Kenji is typing. By the way, yes, that is Oh God, Bear is driving for the modern age.
Oh, I'm Zero. Would you like some gray poupon, sir?
Tell you what, you can poop on. We're incredibly mature here on the Fandom Flux podcast.
Absolutely. The picture of class.
I mean, didn't you pick up on that when Casey fired on some homeless dude? Class.
You know, it occurs to me that story is on the same level as Ethan's wheelchair story from way
It is
back
not
when.
that bad. Probably.
It totally is.
At least mine was an accident, okay? Terrible,
Okay, fair
terrible
enough.
accident.
I suppose.
Did he stay there afterwards, like in the cloud?
No! Why would I do that? No!
No, did he? He stay there.
Oh, well,
Did he move, or did he just stay there?
in fairness, it's a very good spot for, passerby, because it's right above the bus station, and everyone goes that way. So, makes sense. But, yeah, he stayed there.
Okay, Zero, I don't break my hands all the time. It's just the one hand, constantly. And mine is not falling off, okay? And besides, even if it was, I wouldn't need to borrow a damn hand. I'd just go to the doctor and get metal arms like Jax from Mortal Kombat.
That's... Alright, everyone, that was a pretty good comeback from Kenshi. Let's all give him a hand.
I would clap too, but it hurts.
Hey, Kenshi,
I
what's the
guess you
sound
just-
of one hand clapping?
I was gonna say, I guess you could just slap yourself. I mean, like on the shoulder or something. I don't know.
I could, but it would sound like I was jerking it.
Yeah, that's the sound of one hand clapping.
Anyway, we have... How long have we been going? Like an hour and 10?
I have no idea.
It's an hour and 10, give or take. So, we have another topic, so we'll lay out the other topic because why not? So, industrialized evil.
Yay.
By the way, yes, those things that Zero was talking about earlier that were incredibly boring, we're going to make those separate topics so we can actually make them understandable. Cool? Cool. Alright. So, industrialized evil is, you know how evil guys do evil things? Like, there's small-scale evil, like, a guy is mugging people, and that's evil-ish, It's shades of grey, but still.
Fairly, yes.
Yeah. It's a dick thing to do, is the important part. So he's mugging people, and then this mugger gets the bright idea of, hey, why don't I hire people to mug people for me, and then they do that, and then I take a cut. And then you have a protection racket going. This is basically that for evil. It is doing horrible things incredibly efficient, which somehow improves the power of how horrible and disturbing it is. No one's going to jump in on this. Okay. So...
Okay, I could.
All right.
Are we gonna just jump right into examples? Because I have a good
Well, I
one.
wasn't going to jump into examples, but, discussing the topic might be an idea. Have we been that rusty at this? Have we just not done this for so many weeks of actually doing a topic?
All right.
I was still thinking of things, honestly. So,
So, yeah, the thing about this is, yes, it makes it seem a lot darker of just... You think about, for example, The Matrix is an example on the trope page, and it's the machines have turned people into batteries. That happening to one person is horrible. That happening to a hell of a lot of people, and them streamlining the process to make it just a system that they maintain, is horrible, not only because of the increased volume, but because it requires a specific amount of detachment to maintain and develop that kind of scenario to make it that efficient that it can practically run on its own. Like, they're doing incredibly evil things and they don't care, is the idea.
crap, what they called Umbrella, basically.
Yeah,
They have
yeah.
zero sustainability or net profit or anything, but they just keep doing what they're doing because they're Umbrella.
Yeah, that's... You phrased it more of how that's an incredible plot hole, how they're a massive pharmaceutical corporation despite killing millions of people, but yeah. Like, you would think that the stockholders would be a little pissy about it, but whatever. Yeah.
Reapers from Mass Effect.
Yeah, pretty much, sort of, kind of. I mean, they're an extermination force, but they have done it enough times that they know how to do it most efficiently. Actually, yeah, that is a really good example, because they not only come in every 50,000 years and wipe out the entire galaxy, they have put in place technologies to force us or to guide us into developing into certain technological paths so that we will develop along those paths that they can easily still destroy us because they know exactly how we will have developed and what technologies we'll have access to. So not only have they done it once, they've already laid the groundwork for how they're going to do it again before any of the races that they're going to do it to even exist. Yeah.
Oh. The Cabin in the Woods. You guys ever see that movie?
Yeah.
We were talking about the sounds of masturbation recently. I think I just heard one, but yes.
I was talking my thigh.
Okay, don't do that anymore because, yeah. But the Cabin in the Woods, you were saying?
Yeah, that's basically, they have to, they basically what they do is it's this long process where they have to get these 5 teens into this cabin so they can sacrifice them, and they're basically recreating horror movies. So they go through, and there's this long process where they go through like using pheromones, using all these different things to change the personalities so that they fit these 5 tropey characters so that they all can be taken care of and killed off easily.
They have to die in very specific cliche trope ways, and it satisfies a ritual, I believe, that appeases the dark gods. It's this long thing, but it's
the
actually
dark
pretty
gods
clever.
are apparently horror movie buffs, but okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, that's what I thought of. My brother has a Cabin in the Woods shirt for some reason. I don't think he understands why he has it either.
What, is it a good shirt, or is it just like, eh?
It's a red shirt that says Cabin in the Woods and has a little cabin on it.
The fact that it's
where
a
did he
red
get it?
shirt itself is... That's actually kind of magical that they made it a red shirt about a film where they're trying to get people to fit into tropes. That's...
Yeah.
That's kind of delicious. I like that.
I didn't notice until I just thought about it. Yeah, that's pretty good.
So yeah, I mean, another facet of this particular trope is basically it's kind of like a mirror on the whole industrialization process and makes that incredibly macabre in, like, you get your classic monsters. Like, for example, there's an example on the trope page of Buffy the Vampire Slayer. And there is an episode where a master vampire, like really cool, big, badass vampire, has decided to basically turn humanity into cows, more or less. He builds an abattoir and are using humans as cows.
Yay.
So that's an example of this, where it's using human methodology from monsters and putting a human reflection on the grotesque, basically.
Can anyone think of any examples that's like in fics and stories and even series? I mean, do we really get evil this powerful and organized in most media?
Well, a lot of the time when you see things like this, it's a kind of worst case scenario, because once it's an industry, then there is pretty much no way out for, like, if it's evil, by our definition, then humans will be the target of it. And if humans are the target of it, and it's an industry, then we've already lost, and there's not much we can do about it. There's not going to be a cow revolution anytime soon, for example, to bring back the example I just brought up.
That's a good point. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna get a bovine uprising at any point in history.
The chickens, though. The
Fuck
chickens.
those chickens.
Nobody likes chickens.
You don't know it, but that fucking crowing in the morning, that's signals, man. They're sending signals to each other.
That or it's just their one dick thing they can do.
One moment in the day where they can have their incredibly petty revenge.
Legend of Zelda was going to warn us, guys.
Those weren't chickens, those were cuckoos.
I know.
Cuckoos are actually cool. They are going to be our salvation when the chickens attempt to take over the world.
I don't think so. I think they were just changing the name so that they didn't get wise and attack them instead. They're trying to warn us the evil.
That's a good point. Chickens are incredibly wily. I mean,
how could something so delicious not be intelligent?
They've spent a hell of a long time trying to convince humanity that they can't fly, so that we will be under the impression that they cannot strike from the air. I think we're taking this joke a little too far, don't you?
Maybe. I think it's hilarious though. So
Okay.
Why did the chick cross the road to enslave your entire race?
Okay. So
when we have evil in this form, it seems to kind of own the medium that it's in. I don't know if you guys saw Allegiant.
Legion, did you say?
Allegiant or Allegiance or something. I don't know. It was a series. I saw the third movie in the series with a friend. I didn't realize it was a series at the time. And that's basically what that setting was about. It was them trying to break out of a regime. Wasn't necessarily evil. It was post-apocalyptic kind of thing. So it was like everyone was doing what they had to do to survive. But similar thing. It's like the entire plot becomes breaking that form of evil or the system.
Okay. All right. So that's industrialized evil, I guess. How long have we been going? An hour and 20 something. Do we have any questions at all? We didn't check.
Let's see. Stop singing.
Zero felt bad he missed this, etc. That show Slice Erect, isn't that the same from last week podcast, etc.?
Probably, yeah.
Hi Togensu no Grimgar. Or it might have been Netoge no Yomoe wa Orin Janai to something. Possibly is the answer that you got there, so thank you for that question. Here's a topic. How does a person properly do a parody at a fan service game and make it a story? Okay. That's a topic we can add to the list. Adding to the list.
Yeah, that's a pretty good one. I don't know if I'll have to, yeah. Oh, right. I got Honeycomb Studios, by the way. I completely forgot to mention that.
Why?
Why?
Because I wanted to know how bad it was. Surprise!
You watched me play it.
Bad. Yeah.
You watched me play it, and I spent 11 minutes telling you how shit it was in exacting detail.
See, here's the thing. It's not bad as an idle game, which is what you wanted my expertise on. It does work. It's just the time limit is so small that you can't really get any massive money going before the time limit hits. And then your score is effectively 0. So, unless the time limit is increased or I'm just doing it wrong, I don't know.
I wasn't paying attention to that because I was so frustrated by you actually buying that shitty game, but I could probably give you some advice if you really care that much.
Nah, not really.
I thought not. So
I thought the different outfits would increase various stats, but no, they're just outfits.
They're just
so
outfits.
There's 0 point in playing the game again.
Yep, that's right. Okay. We have a question from Ghost 13245. Would you pick money over free time?
No.
No.
That's my entire dilemma about my job right now, is that it's really cutting into my free time, but I also have probably as much money as I want.
Okay, here, that basic crux of this issue for everyone ever. How much money over how much free time?
I took it to the extreme. Like, you have all of the free time, but you don't, or you have as much money as you want.
Okay, so I could be the homeless person I farted on, or I could be... Kenshi.
Yourself, who farted on the homeless man.
No, I could be Kenshi, is the other opposite of that extreme. It's just all the money, no free time.
Yeah, it's not great.
Which would you pick, Kenshi? Because you're on the opposite side of that scale. Would you rather be the homeless guy I farted on? I love that this is the scale.
Should there be an option of you not farting on me?
Well, it might not be me. It might just be someone else. You would still be a homeless guy sitting on the street, and people are not nice to those people. I just want to say.
Well,
you see a homeless guy.
If I had that much free time to the extent that I was homeless, I would not be sitting down somewhere. I'd be actually trying to do something with that free time that I had unlimited amounts of. You know, like not be homeless, but do it in a way that I enjoyed, like dancing on a main street for money.
You enjoy dancing?
No, I don't. But I'd have to go with something like that.
Okay. I get the feeling that Ryu Hitsuya might have had something to do with us using Discord. Not sure what's giving me that impression, but... that's pretty much all the questions that we got. Yeah. So, on to recommendations. So who's got recommendations?
I haven't really been reading much, to be honest. I guess you could check out Honeycomb Studios if you want to torture yourself. It's more of an anti-rec, though, than a recommendation.
Yeah, I'm not putting that on Link Dump because fuck that game. So,
fair enough.
Kenchwa, you got anything?
No. If you haven't noticed, I've kind of been updating a lot more recently, and that's because there's nothing to read. There's nothing to read. And when there's nothing, I feel the need to produce content.
Fair play. Well, I can ruin that. I have some stuff that I could recommend.
I got one.
Okay, whatever one this is, it's going to be from the Space Battles. So, did I recommend... Tell you what, I'm going to recommend this one this week. It's called I Didn't Ask for This, but Totally Would Have.
Okay, I'm interested.
So, this is a Devil May Cry self-insert.
Oh, God.
It gets better, trust me. So it's a Devil May Cry self-insert, specifically Devil May Cry 4. And the self-insert wakes up being one of the experiments of Agnes, I believe is his name.
Basically, bug guy?
The mad scientist guy, yes, who is developing the armors, the demon armors.
Yeah, the stutter guy.
So the self-insert basically gets turned into one of the animated armors. Okay, no comments on that. That's fine.
It sounded more like you cut off than anything.
No.
Oh, okay.
This is
so
what good audio quality
is gone then, right? That's how that works.
There have been comments to that effect. Yes. It is gone. He is. I have to assume trying not to think about that part, but yes. So, if this is your concern, he does not spend a lot of time interacting with any of the main cast at all. So he's basically an animated armor, which is not a particularly strong demon.
Not really, no.
It is intended to protect the people of the city from the actual demons. So that's basically how this fic starts up, is him trying to find and rescue civilians that are in the middle of this war between real demons and the fake ones that Agnes is making.
Is he compelled to do so through the enchantments on his body, or because he's a hero? Oh,
Uncertain. Okay. He doesn't know, and that's part of the main thread of the story, is why he's compelled to help people. It might be that he's a decent guy. It might be that he's being controlled to do so, or has been programmed to do so. But yeah, it does some fun things with the game mechanics. Like, it does an interesting thing about the whole red orbs thing. No, we can't hear you, Zero. So, the red orbs... Yes, Zero? Ah, yeah, get it. Thanks. So, the red orbs basically end up being kind of addictive to demons, it turns out. Or rather, they taste really, really good.
That makes sense. I can see this.
He compares them to Skittles.
But Skittles are terrible.
And thus calls them Skittle Pops for the rest of the fic. I'm kind of cool with that. I'm okay with that. Yeah, and then you get the standard almost shonen thing of he gradually powers up and does cooler and cooler stuff, but maintains his presence as nowhere near the kind of class that most of the main characters and bosses inhabit. So
basically Dragon Ball, as opposed to Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
Okay, I can get behind that.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's well written. So, yeah. I'm going to read a little bit of the prologue for you. Life has lots of little ups and downs. Get summoned to a magical semi-fantasy world? Cool. Be summoned by a mad scientist who promptly shoves you into a cage for arcane experiments of questionable at best morality? Still kind of cool, but not in the fun way. Get supernatural powers out of the deal? Freaking awesome! Have said powers not be sufficient to let you properly bust out of the cage and attain freedom like a badass? Not so awesome. Have everything around you explode? Normally not great, but in this case, really freaking handy. Notice you're surrounded by hostile demons while getting free. Well, you get the point. So, yeah, that's the intro. It's a lot of that kind of narration thing. Sort of self-aware that this is kind of a really cool situation that he's in, but also, holy shit, this is absolutely horrible.
Okay. That seems like the best kind of attitude to have for the DMC universe.
Yeah, there's not a lot of good
so
ways
cool,
to write
but
DMC.
Oh god, why?
Yeah, basically. There's not a lot of good ways to write DMC without it seeming incredibly lame. Which is kind of the point of DMC, let's be real. But, yeah. And Zero's bailing. Because he can't fix it. Hey Zero, Discord's working great for us. Thanks. Zero was the one that was pushing for us to use Discord, by the way, just so you know. So, that's why I'm taking the piss out of him for bailing because Discord broke for him. It's funny.
Bet he learned his lesson.
Can you link this, by the way? I'm interested in reading it.
Oh, sure. I just closed the tab, but sure. I keep forgetting to do that for people because I never expect them to actually want to read the things I recommend.
But we constantly ask for you to link the things that you recommend.
I know.
Like every week.
I do. It's like 80% of the things I read.
There we go. So, yeah. So that's my recommendation. Zero's bail because he's, I'm incredibly posh and pretentious, but I'm fucking terrible with software stuff. I'm being a little too mean now at this point, aren't I?
I don't know.
I'll
I don't
pull
think
it back.
so.
I'll pull it back. So I guess we're pretty much done for this episode. We got anything else to do? We haven't got to do the Patreon thing this week. That's next week.
Yeah, I had a quick actual recommendation.
Shoot.
I hope it's not a mod I got, because I only got 1 or 2 mods. But this War of Mine appears to have updated, and you can now make basic materials out of other materials, which makes the game a hell of a lot easier. So if you had issues with the difficulty of it before, give it another look.
I imagine that's a mod, because that kind of goes against the point of the game, making it easy.
Well, no, it's like, if you can find like broken helmets and broken armor and stuff.
Nope, because I played for like 20 seconds.
Oh, well, you can find broken things, and in this now, instead of fixing them for costing more, you can turn them into basic parts. The like gears and stuff you make more advanced things with.
Okay. Fair enough. So that's in the link dump as well. Or it's not, it's in the Flux tracks list because I opened the wrong file. Whoops. Just gonna fix that now. It's cool. There we go. So, yeah, if you want to weigh in on what Flux tracks you want us to do, we're probably still going to do Batman Beyond, but your opinion will be in the running for future episodes of that when we do that. So
yeah, for this one, I say Batman. Fuck what everyone else thinks.
Okay, so we're doing Batman next week.
Opinions matter quite a bit, actually. We really don't have any ideas beyond Batman, aside from like the Pokemon movies, I guess. So
we have the full list as it stands right now. I'll read the full list because why not? Is Batman Beyond, Digimon the movie, Pokemon 2000, Pokemon 3, or whatever it was called, another later Pokemon film, just for comparison's sake, because people have only watched the first 3 and no one actually cares about the later ones. And One Piece Strong World was put on there as well recently. Even though I forgot to type it in on the list.
where would I need to get to in the One Piece manga or whatever to have context for that movie? Would I have to be up to date, or...?
To have full context, you would have to have finished the Thriller Bark arc, which is just after Water 7.
Okay. None of that made any sense, but I'm sure it will if I ever start reading it again.
Okay, have you seen Frankie yet?
No.
No. Okay, so you're quite a ways behind of where you...
I was on Skypea or whatever that is.
Okay, the arc after Skypea is Water 7 and Enius Lobby, and then you have Thriller Bark, and then you would basically be where you need to be.
Oh, cool. Okay, that's not...
Enius Lobby is awesome.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Yeah. I guess we're finishing. Yeah, I guess we're finishing now. So I'd like to thank everybody for listening to the Fandom Flux Podcast episode 129. If you'd like to get in contact with us, you can do so through the YouTube channel through the comments. Please donate on Patreon if you feel so inclined. Once again, I'd like to thank everybody for listening to the Fandom Flux Podcast episode 129. Bye now.
Bye. My hand still hurts.